Hello everyone, this is Tina from Tina's Workshop, and today is March 14th, and this is episode 52. You can find me in all the usual places, all the usual social media places, but I do spend most of my time here on YouTube. But links to all those different things, including email and snail mail, and anything that I happen to talk about today will all be down below. And if I forget something, just ask. It has been very, very rainy again here. So yeah, 54 degrees. We actually do have had some sun today, and in between that, downpours. So it was back and forth. I am going to go right into finished objects, and I'm going to show you my first finished object, and then I'm going to pause this because it is a birthday present, and I need to go to deliver it next door for my neighbor's birthday before she leaves for dinner. So, first finished object. This cute little emotional support chickie. It matches an emotional support chicken that I made for her for Christmas. So when the chickie came out, I knew I had to make her a matching little chickie to go with it. So I think it came out super cute. When I did the chicken for her, it had a white beak with just tiny little green around the edge. And then the stripe here was green, red, green. And then of course the red comb and wattle. But you don't have as much option for colors in the chickie. So I added the green stripe here with a little bit of red here, and then the green underbelly, and then used the red here so that you get those colors together in there. I think it came out super cute. I think she'll like it. So that is for her birthday, and I'm going to go give it to her, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I have a friend. Are you going to stay here, Dobby? Or do you want down? My son came and dropped him in my lap. You want to say hi to everybody? Want to say hi? Want to turn around and say hi? Oh, want to say hi? Say hi. I guess that's a no. They're making noise up there. Okay, so I brought her present, and she really liked it. I think I said, that was only a couple minutes ago. I already forgot what I said, but I think I said that it matched one I made her at Christmas time. So she was very happy with it. So that was finished object number 1 for this week. Finished object number 2, if you saw my video yesterday, you will have already seen, and that is it's the basic beanie by Stephanie Shiman, and I altered it just a little bit. I didn't finish off the decreases on the top, and I did an I-cord bind off so that I would have a hole for messy bun or ponytail. And I made it the little bit longer because it said, do a few more rows if you want a slouchy. So I did that. And so now I can actually turn up. I can turn it up like that. And I did the large size because I like looser fitting hats. So it's actually a very comfortable fit for me. Let's see. I'll put it on with the messy bun out. I had it on with the ponytail the other day. So in the video, I had the ponytail. Yeah. See? And now my hair is the pom-pom. Who needs a pom-pom when you've got hair? And the yarn for that is Wonderland Yarns, Tour of the Season, Tiffany and Company, which was their January color. And it's on their Mad Hatter base, which is 100% superwash merino. And it's sport weight. And I still have it, probably that might even be a little bit more than half the skein left. So there's still a lot of yarn left that I can do something else with. So very nice yarn. I do like their yarn. And if you're new here, I did a series with them last year. They had a monthly subscription, and you were making a blanket throughout the year. And so I had completed a knit and a crochet blanket by the end of, well, I finished it in January when this came in. So that is a completed project. So I like that. I did wear it all day on Wednesday. It was a rainy, chilly day, and I was doing Ag Day with the kids, and I wore that. So it was really comfortable all day, because I get to the point where I just don't like to feel the hats on me by the end of the day. And I only slightly felt it, but it was really nice and loose. Third finished object. And this is a little bit of a preview. I did a whole lot of spinning. A lot of spinning. I spun on Tuesday, I spun on Wednesday, I spun on Thursday. When I was at Ag Day, so Ag Day is a county-wide thing that they put on at the fairgrounds, all with agriculture and stuff, and all the elementary age kids well, not all of them in the county, but most of the schools in the county will come to this event. So there's thousands of kids that come through this. And our guild, Redwood Guild of Fiber Arts, we have a booth every year. And so it's a 2-day event. And this year I was spinning on a small old spinning wheel I have. And I thought this would be fun to do. And the kids got the biggest kick out of it. It's dog fur. 100% dog fur. It's from a Samoyed. It's my cousin's dog, and I will put a picture up here. And she would save, and if you've been here a while, you might have seen when the package came in from her, but she would save the fur when she would groom. And that dog actually did pass away a few years back, but she had saved a lot of this. So she sent me like 13 vacuum sealed bags, and she said she still has more. So next week's video will be on this. So if you want more information specifically on this and what my process was and stuff, then make sure and watch that video, because I did do, these 3 were all done the same way. And then I was experimenting with a couple different things. So I have these little tags here so that I would remember which one was which. So these 3 all got done 3 different things, and it's different than that one. And I actually still have one more I plan to do, and one with one other style, trying to figure out how I want to spin all of this. So I'm actually gonna, once I do that last one, and these have all been, the twist has all been set in these. So they all got washed last night. So they do not smell like dog. I did not wash them ahead of time. So they smell nice. But after I do that last one, then I'm going to send them to her, and she can look at them too and say, okay, I like the way this one is opposed to this one. But it has a very Angora or alpaca look to it. So it's really nice and soft. And I think it's going to get loud here for a second because my son just walked in with a friend. So I'm going to pause this for just a second. So anyway, if you want to see more on the dog fur, make sure and watch next week's video. It'll have all that information, especially if you have some you're wanting to do yourself. I am not an expert. This is my first time doing it, but I have been trying to gather information before doing this. So as far as works in progress, really don't have anything to show you. The Cuddly Soft Baby Blanket by Candy Lou Creations, I've literally only done 2 rows on it, so I did not bring it out. And the Muscle Burrow by Isolde Teague have not done anything on that this week because I was taking this with me and working on it. And then I was working on this. So I didn't get anything else done. Um, so more stuff next week. I'm also wanting to get the uh, Nancy Bates San Francisco Bay hat, get that going. Okay, so I changed microphones because, like I said, my son and his friend had just walked in, and I'm hoping that what I already recorded didn't have too much background. And this microphone doesn't get the background stuff. And they're in the other room watching TV, but I really need to finish recording this. So I switched microphones. So hopefully we'll be okay sound wise. So I'm down to just acquisitions, and I have a few. I went to Joann's, and at Joann's, I did pick up some fabric. I kind of just, I knew the fabric was getting lower, so I went to kind of see what was going on and if there was something that I just really wanted. And I thought this was really a cute fabric. And it was pretty cheap. So I got the minimum now you can get is 2 yards. So I got 2 yards of this that I could make some project bags with later in the year. And then I saw this fabric the other day that I just really, really liked. I wanted to make something for my aunt with it. I really liked it. So I ended up getting 4 yards of it. So now she's going to get to see the fabric, but I already told her I bought it. And I just haven't decided what to make with it. So now she's going to know what it is. And maybe if she thinks of something, she can tell me. Hint, hint, aunt. So it's so pretty and it's soft. It's a flannel, but it's a very, very soft. It's like the luxe flannel, but it's so pretty. Bright, cheerful colors. She loves like the Swedish stuff and everything, and I thought it kind of had a little bit of that flair. So yeah, I need to do something with that. Just again, not sure what yet. And then I picked up some beads because I have an idea of something I wanted to do with them, and I specifically was looking for these beads. They're in the bottom of the bag. So the discount wasn't as big on the beads, but like again, I was looking for these kind of beads because I have a project in mind, and I'm not going to tell you what that is until I get them done. But I picked up these 2 strands, and I think it's going to work perfect for what I'm wanting. Okay. I think I was in between things. I got stopped again. Okay, so I got the beads and the fabric at Joann's. And then a friend of mine has Pygora goats. And if you didn't know, Pygora goats are what make mohair. So I got some, I think this was somewhere around 5 ounces of mohair from her Pygora goats. And it's very, very pretty. It has been de-haired and carded, but it's in a cloud form. So I can spin it straight from the cloud, or I could blend it or something like that. And when it comes to being de-haired, if you don't know what that is there are some coarse hairs. It's a dual coat. So there are some coarse hairs, and those get taken out. There's still a few random ones, and really you see it more like they'll poke through the bag. You'll see this long random hair. I thought I just saw one. It's kind of funny when they stick through. But anyway, beautiful color. This kind of beige, almost like it's sprinkled with cinnamon, which I think one of the goats that this came out, there's 2 goats in this. And I think one of them was Cinnamon, the name, that is. But anyway, so I got this. So that'll be fun. I actually traded her one of my husband's spindles
for the fleece. So I like trading when it comes to stuff like that. It's fun. And then I don't feel like I've gone out and spent a bunch of money. And then I went to Pearls of Joy the other day, which is our yarn store in Healdsburg. And it was their anniversary sale. So I couldn't help myself. I've been trying to be good and not buy more yarn. But, it was buy 3, get 1 free. And, you hear that word free, and then it's like, but you still got to buy 3 skeins. So then by the time you buy those 3 skeins and you get that third one free, but if you took that percentage off of the others, then it's like, okay, it's just this little percentage off. But I couldn't help myself. And I looked at the ladies that were in there that day. I said, you guys are a bad influence on me. Because they kept saying, well, if you get 3, you'll get 1 more. You get that 1 free. I was like, So I did. And of course, they had to emphasize the fact that Comfort and Joy usually is not on sale, and her stuff was included in this. So, yeah. So I got this one, and I don't know if I'll say it right. Araucania yarn, Husako sock. It's a hand-painted superwash wool, and it is, it's a number 1. It's a sock fingering. Isn't that pretty? I just thought that would make really pretty socks, and that it's got that green in there that you guys know I love, but then other speckles of color. So I do want to actually do socks with this. I just think it would make very pretty socks and soft, very soft. Superwash wool blend. Let's see. Yeah, 75-25. 75 superwash wool and 25 polyamide. So it doesn't actually say what kind of wool, just that it's wool. And then I got some Malabrigo, and I always get confused with their things. I think it's 886 Diana Rios. Yeah, those are always kind of confusing when you're looking at them. And it's worsted weight, 100% superwash merino. But I absolutely love the color. These are so my colors. The fall, the autumnal colors. I love this. And then I got this one by Comfort and Joy, which kind of goes with that. So I haven't decided if I want to put these two together, or I have another thing I'm thinking about. So Comfort and Joy is our yarn dyer that's there in Healdsburg. And this color is called Chai Latte, 100% superwash merino, worsted weight. Isn't that pretty? And look, if you put these two together, the colors that are in that Chai Latte will go nicely with it. But the other thing I've been thinking, you know how I have all those green yarns that I've been wanting to make that shawl with? Yeah, well, I got a lot now. And I have a pattern. I had this pattern for the shawl I wanted to do. The more I think about it, the only thing about doing a shawl is I don't really wear shawls. But I love blankets. I love to make blankets. I love to use blankets. I love to buy blankets. I'm a blanket whore. I love blankets. But that's probably one of my favorite things to make is actually a blanket. I just really like blankets, and I use them. Where I make these other things, a lot of times I don't use them. I am really liking socks now that I'm making them, and I wear my knit socks all the time, so I definitely need more of them because I want to wear more. But, okay. I'm going to show you one more skein of yarn. I'm going to let the dogs in and then tell you what I'm thinking about with that green yarn. So this is the 4th skein I got, also by Comfort and Joy, and the colorway is Color Work number 1. It is a sock fingering weight, superwash merino nylon, 75-25. Look at that color, that beautiful fade of colors. It's so pretty. I think it would make like a beautiful shawl or something. I mean, I only got one skein. I don't know what exactly I can do with it, but the colors were so pretty, and I just thought it would make some gorgeous garment of some sort. So I don't want to do socks with this. The way the fade is, I don't want socks. And I'm not going to do like a muscle bar hat or something. I want to do something else, something that I probably won't wear because, I just don't wear those things. But I thought it was very, very pretty. So, okay, I'm going to go let the dogs in real quick, and then I'm going to tell you what I'm thinking about doing. Okay, I have too many to hold. Had to move things out of my way. So, trying to get them in my arms right. Here's all my green. I dropped some. Here's all my greens I've been collecting. Let's see. Some of these are small, but still. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, it's a blend, but it's in this. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I got just a few. Now, this one, I bought these two together. And I do actually have a project I want to do with these two. So they're not going to get included in this. So I'm taking that one back. So what did I say? 13? So 12. And this is those other colors I like, which would go really pretty. So I'm thinking about adding that in here. And maybe even this one too. Because what I've been thinking about doing, there is a shawl, no, sorry, sweater pattern, and I think it's called Sea Glass Cardigan. I am pulling it up just because I can't remember and I want to say it right. Come on. Where? Oh, I can do it that way. My web page is doing something weird. What is it doing? It's being weird. Very weird. Okay, so I had to restart my whole computer. It was doing something weird and it wasn't letting me do what I wanted to do. So I restarted it. So this is the Sea Glass Cardigan by Wool and Pine. And it's just absolutely beautiful. And of course, the first time I saw the image, it was in green. So it drew my attention right away. It is actually, people have done it in other colors. That's the inside. And it's just very striking with these stripes of colors. So there's only one row at a time in each color. And then they do an I-cord border, from what I understand, I think, that is catching the threads. And I thought a blanket in this same style would be so pretty with all these different yarns I have that are in these greens. But then if I add the other colors in, those other autumnal colors that I love, so you have the greens and then a pop of another color, it would be so pretty. So like this one and this one, and where I have these ones that are not like a full real strong green that I already had, those will add those extra little pops. Plus in the yarn that I've already gotten, I have this one. That's a Madeline Tosh. And it's another worsted weight. So these ones are all worsted weight that I've been gathering for this project. And those would make great accent colors. And I have so many of these greens that I think I could easily do a blanket. And then maybe if I have something left over, I could do some other little thing with those pops of color, or add squares into my Cozy Memories blanket that I need to really work on. And the Bay Area yarn crawl started today for me. It will be yesterday when you're watching this. And it goes on, and I will put the dates up on the screen. But it goes on for 10 days. And the stores have extended shop hours bonus. March 14th to 23rd. I printed out one of the bingo cards just because, just in case I get to a store and they don't have any. But they have these different bingo cards this year, and you mark off when you go to the different stores. And then there's also some actions that you can do that will get you other things marked off. And then they have prizes this year as you do your bingo card. So like if you have a line, or you get a full blackout, different things like that. So in that sense, there are 4 different bingo cards. So not everybody is going to get the exact same thing. And anyway, so there's 22 stores, and I want to go to at least a few of them. And I'm going to be tempted to buy yarn because I can't help myself. But I also have so many greens already. I don't really need more greens. But if I happen to pick up another autumnal color, I don't think I said that right, autumnal, then they can be these accent colors and still go into this blanket, unless there's something else I pick up. Sometimes they have a colorway that's for the shop, for the yarn crawl, or something like that. But I'm giving myself excuse to buy yarn. You caught that, right? Anyway, that's what I'm thinking I'm going to do. I just undid this skein. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to do that. And then I'll have a whole bunch of yarn. I can make a cozy little blanket I can wrap up in with all these colors that I love, and it'll just be like a little happy place blanket. And I can use it a lot because even no matter what time of year it is, you cover up in a blanket. You turn on the AC, you cover up in a blanket. But I'm in a warmer climate here. And even, I don't care where I move to. I'm not ever moving anywhere that's cold and snowy. Sorry for all you people who love the cold and snow. I like the heat. I was born and raised in San Diego. I like the heat. I'm not a huge cold fan. And it gets hot. Yes, of course, everybody's going to complain when it's too hot. They're going to complain when it's too cold. But out of the two, I would rather have warmth, which means shawls, scarves, hats. I don't care how old I get. There's a good chance I'm not going to really get much use out of them. But the blankets I will. So this has been a really long part of this, talking about that. But anyway, that's what I'm thinking about doing, is making a very, very colorful, well, autumnally colorful blanket. Okay, yeah, that's what I think I need to do. I mean, come on, it's so cozy. It's a cozy little fluffy pillow, or soon to be blanket, which also means I really want to start this soon too. But I do have other things I need to do. I need to finish that baby blanket. I need to have words. I do tend to do priority projects. So like my muscle burr hat is not a priority project. That's why I carry it in my purse. It's a, filler project. This last week, the beanie I was doing was a priority project because I needed to get a video out for you guys. So the baby blanket I need to get finished for my son for him to give to his friend. So that needs to be a priority project. And then I want to work on this one, the Golden Gate Fog, Nancy Bates pattern, because Nancy Bates will be visiting our guild in a couple weeks. And I'd like to have that hat done and I could wear it. I mean, I do have one I can wear anyway because I made the other one for my son for Glacier. So I technically could wear that one. But if I get this one done, I can wear it. And then this hat is actually going to be for my husband because that was the only one out of the book that he said he really liked. So it will not have a pom pom on it because it will be for him. I don't know how often he will ever really wear it because he's a baseball hat guy. But he liked that one, so that one's going to be for him. And I do have I have a lot of different ones in there that I want to do, but I don't know how I'm going to put all these down. I don't think they quite fit in the basket anymore. Shall we see? Shall we see if they'll fit? Ooh, maybe. I did it. Ha! I got them all in. They fit. A tisket, a tasket. I got a blanket in a basket. Okay, well, as long as I am on this page, I could show you what I am wanting to do with the other two skeins I was showing you. These two right here. I want to do the Bayshore Bandana Cowl by Kira Delaney. And it was actually another one that was done for the Bay Area Yarn Crawl. And it's a Tunisian crochet. And it's like a very simple pattern, but it's really pretty at the same time. I just think with these two colors, it'll look really nice and stunning. So that's what I want to do with these two. And and I was saying about trying to control myself. I just want to say 3 by the Sea Designs. They have a salty, I want to say salty day, but now I'm not sure. I snapped a picture so I wouldn't forget it. They are calling it their Salty Skeins sale. Focus. Their Salty Skeins sale. And they have a whole bunch of skeins that were like when they were practicing and stuff like that. And I will link her video that shows what their update is. And I will link their Etsy page. I was very good as I went through and I watched it. I went, oh, that's really nice. And that one's really nice. That would actually work in this blanket. But I'm controlling myself and not buying anything. And also knowing that I'm about to go to the yarn crawl. But I will link their stuff because she's got some beautiful stuff that's going up, including in their spring update that's coming up too, a bunch of Alice in Wonderland stuff, Alice in Wonderland yarn, Alice in Wonderland other things. And you guys know I love my Alice in Wonderland, but I'm being good. But yeah, I'll link her below though, because you should go check it out, especially if you're in want of some yarn right now. Okay, I need to move on. Moving on, let's see. Let's go back to my list. Okay. That was done with acquisitions. I went a little overboard at Pearls of Joy, but you know. Husband stuff. So he's been working really hard on making some flyers for a couple spinning wheels. One is a Louette, and when I got it, it did not have a flyer. So he's been trying to make the flyer for that. But in the process of doing that, he lost a flyer for my shacked. So he has to make a flyer for that one too. But this one is the flyer he's been working on for the Louette. And so he's made the whirl here. I had the bobbin, so that was helpful. He made the swirl. He's made the flyer, made the rod and everything inside. You know, he's lathed all the metal and done the holes. He put the threads on it. So we're down now to this works. I just need to round, make the edges a little bit nicer, get the paper off that we used for creating the pattern, and put the hooks in it. And then I will have a flyer done for that wheel. So that's pretty awesome. And he just needs to make one more. Well, he's already made most of the other one because he had a flyer to go off of. So that one is pretty much done. It just needs fine tuning too. Because we had all the other parts for it. What happened was he'd gone to the hardware store to get some stuff, and he had brought the other one as an example for himself, and it got left in the shopping cart. So that meant he had to make another one. But I have 2 of those wheels, so we had another flyer to be able to model that one off of. So anyway, that's what he's been working on. He's been making that, and he made me a bobbin last night for one of my wheels, so that's around here somewhere. And I forgot, he also made these cute little... They're still a little dusty. Oh, come on, focus. These cute little spindle bowls. And it's not manzanita. The only thing I know it by is my son calls it a refrigerator tree. It's kind of orange in color, and it's a lot lighter than the manzanita, but it has a very, very similar look to the manzanita. But there was a landslide near us. Well, not that close, but he had seen it the one day. And one of these trees came down in that, and there was all these pieces along the side of the road. So we gathered up a few, and he's made some spindle bowls that are really cute. So, where am I at? There I am. And here's the bobbin that he made me. So this is the one I needed a replacement for, and he's made me one already for this one. But you can see why I needed new ones. So there's my new. So now I have a couple bobbins. It's nice to have. I really think you need like 3 bobbins for a spinning wheel, especially if that's the only wheel you have, because then you have 2 you can fill, and then 1 you can use to ply. So anyway, I've got a new bobbin for that one. And if that wasn't enough, I think that's about it. And I would look and see how long I've been talking to you, except that I had to shut the whole computer off, so I'm only on 15 minutes. It's such a quick episode, right? Okay. So, I hope you have a great weekend. I hope you have a great next week. I hope you, if you're local, get to go to the Bay Area Yarn Crawl, and maybe we'll even run into each other. If you enjoyed this, make sure and click like and subscribe. Make sure to check out my video on my hat from this week if it interests you. And it's not a tutorial, it's just a follow along. And then make sure, if the dog yarn interests you at all, that you'll check out that video next week. So have a good weekend, and we'll see you all again soon. Bye.